I have, or had, a water leak. And now I have no hot water. So I've been trying to figure out why I don't have hot water in my RV. I got this guy off of RVTAA. I think it's like the RV Technician Association or something like that.
It's just hard to do unless there's a hole or a cut in it. You're going to be just fine. You didn't have enough to make it.
And so it would be closed if you turn those.
Correct. So you turn those. You turn
so
open is in line.
Flush, okay.
Closed is against line. You just close them both, and then it'll loop in front of the water heater. That way you could actually take both of those knobs off the back, and no water's going to go through them still. It's just calcium buildup is all it is. It's all caked inside your water heater too. That's why I'm getting ready to flush.
He has been super nice, and he told me how he spent like $20,000 to go get certified and do like all this RV inspection and all this stuff. And so I've been looking at this line trying to figure out like, why am I not getting hot water? Because first I had a water leak. Well, first I had no water pressure, and then we had this freeze that went down, and I was like, what's going on? Like, why do I not have water pressure? Did I have a bursted pipe or something? I'm still trying to make sure I don't have any water leaks either. But I changed the regulator out, and that seemed to be the issue. So first there was no water pressure in any of the toilets in the sink, and so we changed the regulator outside, and that seemed to be the issue for the water pressure. Upon doing so, we came in here and looked and noticed that there was a leak in the mechanisms for the hot water and cold water. These little areas right here were leaking. That was all fixed for $500 later, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, why have I not got hot water? But I've been looking at this. When he fixed it, the other thing was, which I'm gonna have to ask about this, but this line, he told me he bought a bunch of blue, and so he just was gonna use blue instead of going and buying the red, and because he already had it. But I'm gonna have to be like, I really want the red line, because I just think that's kind of janky, and you should just spend the money. Like, if you own a business, you should just spend the money and get that. I was looking at this, and I was like, before this blue line right here, right here, was not blue. For one, it was white, and it was on the back side of this. And then the shut-off valves were kind of like on the front, or like in the middle. And so I have a picture from before, and then I have a little picture after. But what I'm trying to figure out is, like, if the shutoff valves, if these valves, if this thing was on the back side and now it's on the front side, and these valves are here, like, what are they really shutting off other than the water getting into the tank, you know? Like, I don't really think that that's what is supposed to happen. I feel like this piece should be back here where it was before, and I'm just really trying to figure this out. But anyways, I've had the hot water on, and I know that the tank is heating. The problem is it doesn't actually give me any hot water because I feel like the lines are crossed, or the mechanism that was built is not good. So the good news is it's not leaking. The bad news is I have no hot water. So I gotta figure this out. Or actually, I'm gonna have to call. But it's just kind of frustrating because I really don't want to have to deal with this. It was already like a whole day event on Sunday, and then a whole day, another one on Monday, and here we go again. I haven't had hot water in like 3 days, and I had to go take a shower at my mom's house. I'm really not trying to deal with this again. But if that's the fix, one, I'm gonna laugh. Two, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, my boyfriend's kind of like, where did you find this guy from? And now we paid $500, and not that I don't think he's gonna come fix it. I think the problem is, if that really is how he wired it up, it's kind of concerning that this is like an RV technician. That's what my day is going to consist of now. And like, the more that I'm looking at this, I actually saw this water there. I don't know if that's old water or new water, but it does look like it's kind of leaking back there. You know what I'm saying? Not good. Not good. I almost feel like I hear it. So wanted to tell you what I'm up to right now and just give you a little sneak peek behind the scenes. So these are my water lines underneath my RV, and they were leaking and they still are leaking back there in the corner, which I felt like they weren't leaking there before. But this is my stationary travel trailer that I keep here at the RV park. After the freeze the other day, things kind of froze up. But now they've unfroze, and what happened was my water regulator was broken. But then whenever I called somebody out to look at it, we got to looking at the lines, and these lines were leaking. And then now they ran the lines, but they ran the lines like backwards. And I don't know if you can tell that this line right here connects the hot and cold water together. They try to cut corners by using like blue on blue instead of buying the red, and I feel like this is not good. Now I'm trying to get them to come back out and fix this, and I'm not saying that they won't. It's just I spent a whole day or two on this already, and I can't take hot showers, and now I don't have hot water because my hot and cold water are mixing together because there's no shut off between them. And now that I'm saying there's a leak back here that you probably can't see the way that I'm holding the phone, now they're telling me that I'm gonna have to pay them, and I've already paid them like $500 to fix this. So I don't know. I'm just like, hopefully this is not going to turn into something ugly, but I just figured I'd show you kind of what I'm dealing with. And like, I can't be working on other things I need to be working on because now I'm sitting here back and forth with this person about my RV. Another reason why you should take pictures of things before and after, and I document so many things, is because I'm literally sitting there looking at the pictures before and after, and I'm sending them back and forth to the person, and I'm like, hey, this doesn't look right. Why does it look different than before? I don't know, we're gonna see how this goes, but I feel like I've had more RVs and been RVing longer than the person that came to fix my RV, that's like RVTAA certified, which is another thing. I'm gonna call that place and ask them what their certifications are and what kind of thing they do to back these people up. But that's what's going on. I'm working on getting some more content and videos out, but what happens when I have to deal with these things, which I've been dealing with for like a week or two now, but I've figured out the source of the problem, fixed the source of the problem, and now there's more problems, is keeping me from doing the other things I need to be doing. So this is why I share my RV life with you, so that you can learn from all the things that happened to me too. Love you. I just wanted to update you so far, because there's not a resolution yet, but my water leak is very strange, and my assumption about the water being hooked up incorrectly is 100% accurate. Go figure. I don't know how you get an RVTAA Master Technician certified that hooks up the water this way. And so it would be closed if you turn those.
Correct. So yeah, you turn those. You turn so open is in line.
Flush, okay.
Closed is against line. You just close them both, and then it'll loop in front of the water heater. That way you could actually take both of those knobs off the back, and no water's going to go through them still.
But anyways, my hot water and my cold water are actually going together. In that one pole, they just mix together. Very strange. I've been trying to figure out why I have water leaking whenever I turn the water on in the RV, and it's like leaking from outside in the fresh water. So that's very strange to me. This line right there goes to the fresh water fill and down to there. And then also, when I turn my water pump on, it's so loud. Before it was not loud at all. Now it is super loud. And my flashlight just died. Go figure. Okay, so let's turn the water on now. Go figure. I'm trying to listen to this, and my neighbor cranks his loud of his truck up. That's my life. I just wanted to show you the fix that this guy made for the water issue. So before, this hot and cold was mixing, but now he put this valve in here so it turns it off so that the hot and cold water don't mix. And then the reason that things were leaking was because this little switch that's on here, that's kind of hard to see, but it goes to this little winterization line, which is capped off, and there's water technically in it right now. So if that end wasn't on it, water would be coming out of it because of the way that we have it turned. But if we turn it the other way, water comes through this pump and then fills the fresh water tank, which is down there, instead of the city water, or the city water comes through, but what happens is it just continues to fill the fresh water tank. So by turning this off, it keeps the water from trying to go through the city line to the fresh water tank. Otherwise, it just keeps filling. So I don't know if there's something bad or if there was a piece of sediment in the line or what, but that's kind of the issue that's been resolved now, or that's the solution. And then, of course, the water regulator outside.